Are you struggling to keep track of where your business's money is going? If so, you're not alone. And the good news is that there is a better way. Understanding and managing expenses in your business, it's not just about bookkeeping. It is key to staying profitable, reducing your financial stress, and making smarter decisions every single day. I'm Jay Boykin, and I help small business owners like you create clarity out of the chaos. When you know exactly where your money is going, you can cut unnecessary costs, boost your profit margins, and avoid those budget surprises that keep so many business owners up at night. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the three main types of expenses that every business needs to track. I'm going to show you a simple but effective way to stay on top of them. Now, whether or not you are just getting started or you are looking to tighten things up, this video is for you. Most small business owners don't realize that they're losing money because of their expenses and that they're being mismanaged. Could you be one of those owners? Stick around and I'm going to show you how to take control of your finances so that you can make smarter decisions and grow your business. So let's outline the different types of costs that all businesses have. So first, there are fixed costs. These are the predictable expenses. These are things that remain constant regardless of how much you sell. They don't change even if your revenue fluctuates. These could be your rent and lease payments. So you've got your office or your storefront. That's typically the same every single month. You've got business insurance for liability, property, health insurance. Those premiums are typically fixed. And then you've got salaries and payroll. Employees who are on a set salary get paid the exact same amount no matter how much you sell. So these costs can really provide a lot of stability and predictability, but they can also drain your business if your revenue drops. Managing your fixed cost is essential for long-term financial sustainability. The second type of cost are variable costs. These are the changing expenses. These are the ones that fluctuate based on how much you sell or how much you produce. So basically, the more you sell, the more you're going to spend on these type of costs. These could be things like the raw materials and supplies that you need to produce the things that you're selling, or the other supplies that you need to deliver the services that you're offering. It could be utilities, so your electricity and water usage can increase with higher production. And also, if you have employees who are on commissions or you offer sales bonuses, these pay structures are tied to your sales performance. So when your revenue goes up, these are going to go up as well. Unlike fixed costs, variable costs, they scale with your business. They scale with those sales. And so this makes them a bit more flexible, but you still need to keep an eye on these. Controlling variable cost, it helps to maintain your profit margins without cutting essential resources. Now, how can these variable costs get out of whack? Your cost for your materials could be creeping up. You could have excess inventory sitting around, or you could have things going bad because of poor inventory management. You could also have unplanned price increases from your vendors. So these are all things that you need to keep an eye on. The third and also important cost, these are periodic costs. These are things that they don't happen regularly, but they do occasionally pop up and they are very necessary. As I mentioned, periodic costs, they don't happen every single month. They're unexpected and sometimes they're just one-offs. These could be things like equipment repairs and other types of maintenance. When you've got a broken machine, These things have to be fixed. You have to service them. Perhaps you have employee incentives or annual bonuses that you pay. These are things that might happen at the end of a year or the beginning of another year, but you also need to track those. And there's also those pesky software renewals and upgrades. So these are subscriptions that perhaps you only pay them once a year, and sometimes you can forget about them. So making sure that you track those is very important. Planning for these periodic costs is extremely important because it prevents any cash flow disruptions. You want to make sure that you set aside enough budget or emergency fund for these type of expenses to ensure that when they do occur, and trust me, they're going to happen, you've got the cash to be able to take care of that. Now, when it comes to these three different types of expenses, what are ways that you can track this? Now, if you're using an accounting software, something like QuickBooks or FreshBooks, this can really simplify your financial management. You can keep accurate records, maintain your receipts, invoices, all your bank statements, and it makes it very easy for you to categorize these things and understand whether this is a fixed cost, a variable cost, or something that's just a one-off. It gives you one central place that you can keep track of your expenses. Speaking of one central place, another good idea is to perhaps get a dedicated business credit card that you can use for all of your expenses and streamline that tracking. But remember, pay that card off each month so that you don't have your debt getting out of hand. You want to look for trends and look for things that you can perhaps cut. If you've got some unnecessary costs that you can reduce, look for ways to cut that out. And then you can also use this to adjust your budget if you need to. Another way to track this, if you're not using an accounting software like QuickBooks, you can set up a simple spreadsheet to track these things. The key thing, the most important thing is the system that works best for you is the one that you're going to actually use. So even if it's a simple spreadsheet, making sure that you track these expenses is very important. Understanding and managing your business expenses, it isn't just about cutting costs, it's about making smarter financial decisions that drive the profitability of your business. By categorizing, tracking, and regularly reviewing your expenses, you're going to gain a lot of clarity that's needed to optimize your spending and to improve your cash flow. Even small adjustments can create significant savings, and it can boost your bottom line, and it's really going to give you the opportunity to set your business up for long-term success. If you want to learn more about key business insights, click the link in my description that will give you access to my free small business owner assessment. Let me know what you thought about this video. Drop me a comment to let me know what your biggest takeaway was, and if there's any other aspects of your business that I can help you with. Now, one of the biggest and best ways to keep track of your costs and expenses is by creating a budget. So check out this next video that I've created for tips on how to create a budget for your business.